Day two of this landmark case was really an opportunity for Germany to defend itself against some of those very serious accusations made by Nicaragua here yesterday, where they claimed Germany was helping to facilitate genocide by providing weapons to Israel. At one point, they even said Germany is assisting the perpetrator of that genocide. In their view, that perpetrator was Israel. Now, this really centres around two key legal arguments from the German perspective. The first is the legality of all of this. The German legal team argued that the picture presented by Nicaragua is at best inaccurate and at worst a deliberate misrepresentation of the actual situation. That was a quote from the German legal team, but they also wanted to speak specifically about the types of weapons that it provides Israel. It went through a very detailed oral argument about the checks and balances in place around the export licenses for those weapons, saying it conducts rigorous examinations of what is being handed over and whether those weapons could be used in crimes against humanity. They say in their judgment, what they have handed over is not being used in such crimes. In fact, they pointed to the fact that much of the weaponry is defensive in nature. For example, the types of missiles that Israel uses in its Iron Dome air defense system. Now, we know that this case is one that is being very, very closely watched. Germany has a long-standing security partnership with Israel. In fact, it's the second biggest provider of arms to the state of Israel after the United States. So if this case goes against them here, well, it could have quite major ramifications for the relationship between Tel Aviv and Berlin. In terms of the timings of all of this, it could take some time, a couple of months, maybe even years, for this court to make a final judgment on what Nicaragua has claimed. But in the meantime, much like the South African case, the Nicaraguans are asking this court to make an emergency injunction, provisional measures, if you will, to effectively try and halt those weapons exports from Germany while the court makes its final decision. So we could get an answer on that in the next couple of weeks. But of course, there is a bigger picture in all of this. We know that this is a case that is being very, very closely watched. The broader relationship between Germany and Israel is currently under the microscope, and we know for that reason many diplomats in Berlin, as well as the Chancellor's office itself, is watching the outcome of this case very closely. Trent Murray, CGTN, The Hague.